Democratic Representative Tim Ryan added his name to the list of candidates hoping to take over Senator Rob Portman's Senate seat in 2022. The 10-term Ohio congressman stressed the importance of bringing jobs back to Ohio. One of the main prongs of his plan is workers and business owners joining forces.
One of the most high-profile Democrats in Ohio, and there aren't many of them, is Congressman Tim Ryan.
Heaven forbid we pass something that's going to help the damn workers in the United States of America. Heaven forbid we tilt the balance that has been going in the wrong direction for 50 years.
Heaven forbid. Heaven forbid!
Heaven forbid!
You'll remember that he was briefly a candidate for the Democratic nomination for president for 2020. He made it to the first two debates, and he's been touted for his appeal to Ohio independence, but he's got a lot of work ahead of him, which means we've got a lot of work ahead of us, and he needs to win back some of the white voters. Former President Thumbhead won Ohio in both of his presidential runs. In 2016, he won by 8 points against Hillary Clinton. And then in 2020, he won yet again by 8 points against scrappy blue-collar President Joe Biden. Not a lot of statewide Democrats in Ohio at the moment. In fact, there's really just one, Senator Sherrod Brown. As for the Republicans, it's currently rather slim pickings.
Heaven forbid!
Several candidates have already announced their intention to go after the open seat, and they're all Republicans.
The first Republican to throw her hat into the ring for the 2022 senator seat up in Ohio is this woman. This is Jane Timken. She is the former Ohio Republican Party chairwoman. She highlighted her devotion to President Trump when she announced her candidacy online. She claims to be one of those disruptors to the system, and she largely mirrors Trump's talking points. But she does have a bigger problem, and if you take a look at this interview, you can see what it is. She's a little flat.
Well, we all know why Joe Biden's more friendly to China, but I think
why is that?
Well, I think that if we want to go there, I think that Joe Biden's policies have capitulated to China, and he said that China is not a threat. I think they're a global economic threat, and our president has been able to renegotiate deals with China, and renegotiate NAFTA.
But she may not have to worry too much. If this guy is the guy she ends up competing against for the nomination. This is Josh Mandel. He is the former Ohio State Treasurer. He unsuccessfully challenged Sherrod Brown in his 2012 re-election campaign. He is also a Trump loyalist. He claims that the 2020 election was stolen from Trump. He's anti-abortion, wants to repeal Obamacare, opposes gay marriage, and buys all his suits at the young men's section at Marshall's. Here he is, take a look.
Among the first Ohio officials to back President Trump in 2016, Josh Mandel pledging today to carry on the former president's agenda.
I've been watching this sham and unconstitutional impeachment, and it's really made my blood boil, and it's motivated me to run for the U.S. Senate. And what you see with any type of fraud, it usually takes time to investigate it and to dig it out. And it might be months, it might be years, it might be decades. But I think when we look back on this election, we'll see in large part that it was stolen from President Trump.
I don't have any proof of election interference, but just give me a few decades. I'm that close to blowing the whole thing wide open. I'm Josh Mandel, and I'm mad. This is the international symbol for my blood is boiling. What's going on in Washington, D.C.? We need to do something about it. Go in there and bust some heads. Washington, D.C., they don't do anything.
Heaven forbid!
Tim Ryan, we need you now.
It can't be businesses versus workers. This is a partnership. But that partnership needs to be redefined. We have to cut workers in on the deal. I'll work with anyone to rebuild our economy, but I will never sell out our workers.
Is someone gonna fix it, Dad?
Well, we need to hit the reset button. We need to reimagine the entire thing. We need to invest in the businesses so they can create more jobs for even more workers. We need to step up our training in science and technology so the clean energy jobs come to Ohio today. We need to make huge investments into our public infrastructure, our roads, our bridges, our airports, broadband, We can actually revitalize manufacturing, secure U.S. supply chains, and make things here. We can do it, buddy. I promise. Never bet against Ohio.
Does this mean you're running for Senate, Daddy?
I'm Tim Ryan. I'm running for Senate, and I can't wait to get Ohio working again.
We cannot afford to miss this opportunity to get Tim Ryan into the United States Senate, especially in the state of Ohio. We need him there. Tim4OH.com. Did I make it sound catchy? Tim4OH.com. Maybe it's not so bad. Tim4OH.com. Let's get Tim Ryan into the Senate. Your donations, your contributions of time, your phone banking, all of these things will help Tim Ryan. Please remember, midterms start now. We must show up. I will see you next time. Gary out.